Hello, and welcome to the introductory video for Module 4. This is the module on revolutions.
Yes.
And as that might suggest, we've got some big events. We can have a discussion about events, but we're not going to do that today. Whether these are actually events or not. We've had this discussion before.
I have a tendency to think philosophically, but we won't go there.
We won't go there today. But they are certainly momentous occasions, if I can use a generic word, where political structures and ultimately economic and social structures change enormously. And we're going to look at three major revolutions. I think certainly in global history, probably in the early modern era for sure, the three most important for sure. The French, the American, and the Haitian revolutions.
Although I would add the most important, we're not covering the Dutch Revolution.
And there might be a chauvinism there, but we won't go on. Anyhow, we'll be looking at these three major revolutions, and they fit very nicely into our Atlantic world picture. They relate directly to our key themes of liberalism and capitalism.
Yes.
But they also fit nicely, particularly the Haitian, but really the French and the American too, to slavery and that basic consideration, which is so important a consideration in this Atlantic world story in general. So we'll cover that in much more detail later. But we'll see by a little discussion of the big question that we're going to be looking at in this module, that there's a coherence there that goes a little bit beyond just that notion of revolution.
Yeah, and for the big question, for this module, we are really looking ahead to the culmination of the course and the big question for the course, because the big question for this module is what role did these three revolutions in the American colonies, in France, and in the Haitian colonies have in the rise of the early capitalistic liberal West.
Right.
That's, as everyone should recognize, sounding very much like our overall course question.
Absolutely.
So this is a chance. This is a chance for everyone to think about the course overall and the way that the weeks in this module and weeks in previous modules fit as part of a whole.
And if you think about the big arc of the course, from those kinds of absolutist monarchist governments that we began with,
right,
and ending up with the liberal capitalist West, that's a big change. And that change doesn't happen in these revolutions. In fact, you could actually make the case that the revolutions happen because these changes are pushing them to change. But they certainly mark a moment when you can see a tip, when you can see it moving from one direction to another. So they're really, really pivotal in that kind of sense. They're also connected. They are looking, the French participate in the American Revolution on the side of the revolutionaries. They help the American revolutions. The French are certainly drawing some inspiration from the American Revolution. The Haitians are looking both to America and to France. And as a French colony, it's directly related to it. So they're really connected in that kind of fashion. So that's helpful for us to think about as well.
So this, in terms of subject, this module gets everyone to start making connections overall. And that's also the case in the toolbox.
Yes.
Because this module's toolbox entries are really about making everything come together in terms of historical thinking and historiographical thinking, in terms of close reading and distant reading, and we'll be adding, of course, a few new twists. We'll be talking about concepts in more detail than we have been in other modules, although, as everyone will probably recognize, concepts are so important to what we've been learning in the process of working with sources. And, well, the module begins not with discussion of revolutions, but with two workshops, or 2 weeks of workshop work, which gives everyone a chance to deepen their understanding, their knowledge, and their ability to work with Voyant tools. So, Voyant tools, of course, is also a key to doing the final assignment in a thoughtful and effective way. So
topically, this module brings together the course, and methodologically, it brings together the course.
Yes, that's really well put in a nutshell. So I think all there is left to do is to do it.
Go do it.